Am I live already?
You are live. That's what the big red light means. There we go.
There's no button that says live on there. Hello. Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
She's a kicker, all right.
Tell you right now. Doing well,
Hello,
doing very well
everyone, and welcome. Oh, see that even the fan's blowing my hair. Oh, look, something happened, Aaron. Are you behaving yourself or not? Welcome to The One Thing on Edge Radio Australia. My name is Leanne, and I am here together with our co-host, Lisa Byfield, and Aaron Malloy.
Lovely to be here.
Or Malloy, as most people know him by. We have a very interesting guest speaker today, and her name is Lisa Lawler. So we have two Lisas on the couch. So
one Lisa is never enough.
I hope everyone heard that.
One is normally
one Lisa is never enough.
But okay, we'll work with what we've got.
So I'm doing the today David Attenborough, right? Lisa Lawler from PHA. PHA stands for People's Health Alliance. I met Lisa a little while back now, and she is an amazing person who wears her heart on her sleeve and is passionate about everything to do with coordination for PHA. So I am going to go and sit in my proper seat and stop my hair from blowing in the wind, and I'll see you all on the couch.
Who invited Farrah Fawcett? That's all I want to know. What's going on there? I feel like we should give you a round of applause for that one.
Yeah,
that's pretty amazing. Indeed.
So I feel like we need to give a little bit of a background, but I normally get in trouble for looking this way. Apparently I'm supposed to be acknowledging my co-host, but it's the side of my head. Yeah. So our top rating show was one where I actually sat on that stool and did what Leanne did today. So if you would like to support me,
guess who's against it? Just say, okay?
Oh, now it's a competition.
Right, it is.
Go back to the show where I did that. It's the one just before Christmas with Katie Van Heat, and please subscribe and like and comment. And
but I think we need to please subscribe, like, and comment more to this one, because this is very important.
It is indeed.
Can we just forget about these two lovely ladies for a moment? Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about actually why you're here. Now, what is your special little area of expertise?
Well, let's see. I'm here, I suppose I'm here because of the People's Health Alliance. And I just want to share a little bit about that. I don't know. I know you had our lovely ambassador for Empowered Birth, Jacqueline, on the program.
I love Jacqueline.
Yeah. She's fantastic. An amazing human being. If I am as good as her in my 70s, I'll be doing well.
Oh, no pressure.
Yeah.
No pressure.
That's it.
Fantastic.
But so the People's Health Alliance, just to give you a quick rundown, it started in the UK back in 2022.
Yep.
It was probably being developed well before that, but it kind of went live in 2022. And it was a response to the failing NHS over there. They were struggling. People needed treatments. They weren't being seen.
What does NHS stand for, please?
The National Health Service.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a government-run medical system, as far as I understand it. And so the whole idea behind the People's Health Alliance is that it's taking health back out into the communities and empowering people to take responsibility for their own health, and kind of connecting with practitioners and therapists and everybody who is already in their area that they may not know about. So there's the People's Health Alliance. It's not so much an organization or a charity or anything like that. It's a vision for how healthcare can be.
I'm a big fan. Not going to fib for a second. I remember talking to Jacqueline several years ago about this, and she explained, the concept of it effectively. And we've been very, very proud to here at Edge. I don't know if you're aware, but we've actually shared many of the stories from the organisation from around the world, including the UK. I think it's a great concept. I think that personal responsibility is something that's missing out of medicine big time these days.
Out of life, maybe.
Out of life,
There's no personal responsibility anymore, I don't think.
Well, we're not encouraged to have responsibility. I mean, I think we're very used to getting handouts or somebody coming in and riding to the rescue. But I think, over the last 4 years and everything that went down, I think people have an awareness that if you rely too much on an outside source, what happens when that source is gone? And that's why we have to really.
Well, what happens when that source is not in your highest good.
Yes, exactly. Unfortunately, yeah.
So who actually started it?
Well, so there's a team over there in the UK. So Catherine McBean is she was the face, I would say, of the People's Health Alliance. And she was on the Pam Gregory YouTube channel. So Pam Gregory is an astrologer. And as soon as Catherine was interviewed by Pam Gregory, it all just went viral. I have a feeling that, I believe that the PHA were really just looking at their own UK. Okay. And then all of a sudden it just went viral. And they're now in 10 countries worldwide. I've
had the pleasure, say, on Edge, we put an interview with Catherine, and what a fantastic person. And to bring that vision forward, of course, yes, it was about the NHS to start with, but it has definitely boiled over so many countries in the world. I love the idea that you can, one of the ideas that we talked about is the fact that you can get a local community centre, and that can become a hub. You know, you don't, there's not all, it doesn't have to be all the overheads and all of the structures, if you like. You could literally use the community world that we've got right now, and we can enhance it, we can grow it, and we can.
So what type of people actually become a part of People's Health Alliance, and is there any cost to it?
So no, there's no cost. It's literally a group of people coming together. You don't have to be a practitioner to join the People's Health Alliance. So if you're very good at talking and relating to people, come along. If you're interested in health as well. If you've got some IT skills, they're always helpful. Marketing skills, really helpful. If you have any legal knowledge, really helpful. If you're used to maybe dealing with local council, that would be really helpful if people want to access a community centre or something like that. So it's for everybody.
Well, apparently it's for this person here on the screen. So sorry, I don't know how to really pronounce your name, but 𝐊𝐞𝐲 𝐓𝐚𝐤𝐿. Love for you to put your name up there. If you've got a business that you'd like to promote in the health space and the natural health space, we're absolutely cool with that. We want to bring forward everybody who's contributing and improving the community. So.
Did you want me to read that? It might be a bit far for you.
Oh, look, it is a bit far for me.
Okay, pop it back up and I'll read it.
Oops, there we go. Let's make it, there we go, nice and big.
For those that aren't actually watching and just listening.
Lovely, yeah.
So 𝐊𝐞𝐲 says that she or he feels so extremely privileged to be part of this vision. We look forward to the growth of the People's Health Alliance.
Here.
I have to say that I feel privileged to be part of it as well. So Lisa lives locally to me, which is lovely, and we are in the process of setting up a hub close to where we are.
Oh, great.
And I think it's important that people make an effort to also give back. So if we have more communities doing this and more people in our community doing this, we have the opportunity to give back to those that may not be able to afford our services as practitioners, right? So, and I do know that that's part of it as well, Lisa, and in that we can give affordable treatments to people that not necessarily can afford it on a regular basis.
Yeah, that's right.
And people that having a mental health background, for people just to have somewhere where they can just sit and talk to someone, and it doesn't even have to be, it's not counselling, it's not any of that. It's just having someone to talk to because they're lonely or they, they're just struggling in life. I think that's really, really important.
So how would you equate this to? I'm a baby boomer, and so I was born in the 60s, brought up in the 70s. It sounds like good old-fashioned
community.
Correct.
Yes,
which is lacking in a lot of places. So what would you compare it to in the old days, like library meetups or?
Good question.
I think it would just be neighbourhood meetups. How we used to you used to have. You'd have the neighbours coming together. Everyone would just come together for one potluck or a venue or a get together. I think it would be very similar to that, but with an aspect of health and healing.
Okay, so People's Health Alliance. So we're talking about the people, which is all about connection.
Correct. Yes.
And health. It doesn't have to just be physical, because health is mental, physical,
emotional,
spiritual, everything.
Yes.
And Alliance is about bringing people together. Yeah, so that's fabulous.
Yes, yeah. That's it. And I should mention as well, because I mentioned Catherine McBean, but there's also Lisa D over there in the UK.
Lisa's are just taking over.
They're taking over.
And Amanda.
We have a problem. They're becoming like
I think I'm changing my name to Lisa.
Say again?
Changing my name to Lisa.
No idea.
I'm joining this bandwagon. Aaron, are you with me?
I already have no hair. Come on, I can't do this anymore.
We'll get you a wig.
Aaron, Lisa, Roy.
Why not? Why not? I'll take it on. I think one of my first girlfriends was Lisa, funny enough.
Oh, there we go. I was one of. Yeah.
Well, the ones that you married didn't have very good names.
No,
so maybe you should have stuck to the Lisas.
Exactly. Now, whenever I meet anyone with that name, I just run.
Yeah. Anyway, we won't take you down that.
We
Sorry,
won't.
I mentioned the
You
water
don't need to go
pistol.
there.
Where's the water pistol?
I didn't do it. I
should have water pistol myself, though.
Can I ask you, though, Lisa, all seriousness, so what's your actual modality, I guess?
So I am not a practitioner. Okay. So I suppose back in 2022, when I first heard about this, I was watching the Pam Gregory show, and just the whole idea, because it was a pretty bleak time, and the whole idea, just the way Catherine was speaking, and she was no nonsense, and she was saying, we can do this. Just the strength of her vision, I thought, wow, it was very empowering just listening to her.
Yeah.
And that's what drew me into this. So I suppose so I work at the national level with PHA Australia and New Zealand as well. We have the Wellness Wednesday sessions, which is basically a way to share with people the different modalities and treatments and types of healings that are available to people that they may not already know about. So that's we're going to do it every fortnight this year. But so that's one thing that we do. Sorry, I was going to say something else, and it's literally just gone out of my head as I was about to say it.
Don't worry about it.
One of the things that you mentioned prior to coming on the show, Lisa, and I was interested to ask you to speak more about it. You were talking about what people tell themselves, what's in a story. What did you mean by that?
Yeah. So, there's a couple of directions I could go with that. So I think that the stories that we tell ourselves have a big impact on how we live our lives, and if you watch mainstream, it can be very depressing. And sometimes even in the independent media, sometimes people share lots of doom and gloom, And the thing is, if you're looking for the best in people, you're not going to find it in people who are scared. And I think we've seen
1,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah. The problem we've got with whether it be media or entertainment or anything like that, there's a great saying, it's a negative saying actually, but if it bleeds, it leads.
Yeah.
Right. So the more negative it is, the more eyes it gets. That's why you'll see so many stories that are clickbait. They'll set it up with negativity because we're just naturally, we're kind of tuned to do that. So
Not me.
But not you. No, yes. Well, some of us aren't, and that's a really positive thing. So this is a long-term kind of journey for a lot of people. We need to chip away at people and actually give people the ability to look at the positive before they look at the negative.
Yes.
And this is probably
that's
an
it.
open
It's
door.
about balance because I mean, at the end of the day, you hear a story, but is it true? How do you know it's true?
Great point.
The only thing you know is your lived experience. That's it. That's kind of how you can judge whether something's real or not real.
Correct.
So sometimes getting bogged down in these stories that are being shared, it doesn't help you, and it can literally take the legs out from under you as well, and disempower you. So that's why I think the power of our stories, they can go a long way to healing, but also to empowering people as well.
Okay.
And I remember a story, it was shared with me, and I mean, you can probably tell I'm not from Australia.
Oh, really? We would never.
To be sure, I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, you're Malloy.
I'm a
so
Malloy,
you're
exactly.
Irish.
Yeah, very Irish name indeed. Very much so.
But there is a story that someone told me, and I think it showcases the best of not only West Australians, but maybe Australians as well.
Okay.
And it was a story about Bluff Knoll. So that's down south, I believe.
Yeah, Mount Barker.
Yeah. And it was the story. So this probably took place maybe back in the 30s, 40s, or 50s, some way back in the last century. And it's the story of two brothers. And so I believe they were quite a close-knit family, but in the way that boys are, they're a bit of competition.
We like a little competition.
Yeah, exactly. no harm in that.
No, no, no.
But anyway, they got bored one Saturday afternoon and they decided they were going to have a race. And they were going to race to the top of Bluff Knoll and race all the way down and see who was the winner. Okay, so off they took. And I believe the way up to Bluff Knoll, there's a path you can follow and they get to the top. But two things. They took off in the afternoon and there isn't a very good path on the way down.
Okay.
So they got up to the top. They both lost sight of each other on the way up. And then as it was getting dark in the evening, only one brother came down from Bluff Knoll. And he waited and he waited and there was no sign of his brother.
Oh, dear.
And so competition is out the window at that point. And so when the community heard that one of the brothers was lost, from every farm, from every household, whether they had a tractor, a ute, a car, a motorcycle, they brought all their vehicles, placed them all along the road at the end of the far side of Bluff Knoll and switched on their lights. And the second brother found his way down.
Wow. Oh, got goosebumps.
Yeah.
That's community.
Oh, my God.
I tell you right now, people who live in the cities can learn so much about country communities. Oh, honestly, it's just a different world.
Do you think in country communities, people next door do your garden for you?
Yeah, well, that's what's happening in my life right now. Where, the lovely old lady next door is. I got home and she's doing my front garden, which is probably testimony to how bad my front garden is. But it was very lovely.
Or it's bringing the prices down.
Yeah, exactly, I'm damaging the neighbourhood, maybe. But you're absolutely bang on the money, and because that doesn't happen anymore. I mean, I think to myself, how often you don't know your neighbours, and I'm, Lisa mentioned before.
I don't know if it's not happening anymore. I think it's happening more now than it did.
Yes.
Well,
it's coming back in fashion.
I would 100% agree with you. I think that
not 1,000%.
I'm going to
just 100% this time.
I'm getting back to it. I'm pegging back 10,000%. Right? I think that, with the Great Wu Flu changed things, We look at the world differently. So many of us now, most of us now look at the world very differently. It's been, thank you for the Great Awakening, quite frankly. We would not be having this conversation. I would not be interested, I'll be frank. I mean, I was a very skeptical person. I would not be at all interested in any sort of natural
health healing, nothing.
No.
Blink, blink, blinkers.
Yep, zoned out, right? Now I actually try and look at that alternative first. Okay. And again, I love the idea of the fact of, I mean, look, you're a Bowen therapist. I think there's, so much value in that. I'm a bit naughty.
Did you know that Leanne's actually brought a bed into the studio?
Yes.
A massage table.
Yes. I knew when we cleaned up their room, it was going to be a disaster. No, I think we'll probably end up with a little studio in there. Why not? Yeah, get all the work done before the show. Right?
So you might need a PHA hub here.
You might too.
Can you manage that?
10 minutes ago in this conversation, I was thinking to myself, I honestly was, I was thinking, man, maybe we could do something like that. We're nice and central here in Mount Lawley. We're so close to, so many things. And people are fighting and struggling to find places where you'll find something more natural.
I'd be happy for this to be my hub.
There you go.
There you go. Bring him in.
And that's the thing. I mean, there are so many different options as well. So you could have a place. You could have like a pop-up hub, so it's not always there, but maybe it's there two times in the month, maybe at the weekend. You could have a mobile hub if you have that capability as well. So it's really, I think, finding a solution for Australia, because what works in the UK or what works in the US or in Malta may not work here because we have such vast distances.
Huge.
But if we all put our heads together.
Well, no, I don't know if this is actually one of the hubs, but I recently there was a little hub that popped up in the 2J area, I'm told. Fantastic to see that. So the community's changed a lot that way. Yeah, that's what I've been told anyway. So
there's one in York.
Well, York's not far, maybe.
Yeah.
There's York, there's Peel, there's Bunbury, there's Earth Studio down in Martin.
Right.
Yeah. And that's just here in WA. And there is also a presence in Rockingham, but I'm not sure they have a physical hub there yet. And then you've got more over east. I think there's 2 in New South Wales, 2 in South Australia, 1 in Victoria. Yeah, and that's it.
They just need more. They need more of them. And from what I've been shared, Lisa, the ones in
which Lisa are you referring to?
Lawler, is the ones in New Zealand. That there's a lady I remember hearing about her. And watching that video, and it's amazing what she does and what they do. Can you just say a little bit about that one? Because I think that's awesome.
Okay.
So I'll need a little bit more detail.
She's the one where they all just put it into the middle. They've got,
Yes. Right. Okay. So I believe the Maori term for donation is koha. So but they do have.
I thought they just used the bro code.
The bro code.
Okay. What happens if you're a cis, though?
Work with me. I don't know. I'm just being silly.
So yes. So she set up. Okay, so she came. I think she was originally at home.
She was with another one.
Yes,
and then she set up a new one.
Yes, she set up a new one, and so the way she has it set up is that I think she has 6 body workers and 6 energy workers. Okay. So, and then she has it set up so that there is an area it's like a sacred space where people can come in. They can offer what their so the asking rate I think is 25 New Zealand dollars for a half-hour treatment if they can afford that. Okay. But it is quite affordable compared to
what 45 US cents.
Yeah,
it's pretty.
That's pretty affordable.
It's very affordable.
It's very affordable. And so people come in. They have their half-hour treatment in the room, and then so they have regulars that come back. So they do it I think twice a week. So they're actually in a community hall, I believe, and they come in twice a week. And then everything is divided between the practitioners who were there on the day. So as soon they have to take out the money for the rent for the space, but then everything is divided between the practitioners. And some practitioners won't take maybe their share, and then that will go into maybe a social fund or into something that might
or maybe for someone that can't afford it.
Yes, that's it.
That's a great idea.
Do you think about what you pay to go see the doctors these days, even with the gap and all going to carry on, and you walk out, at least you're walking out without side effects here.
Yes, absolutely. And I think
you do get side effects.
Good ones.
Oh, yes.
I meant, the icky ones.
Yeah, warm and fuzzy ones.
Yeah. And the interesting thing is we did a poll just over the Christmas across New Zealand, Australia, and Western Australia. And we were just asking our members, well, what sort of things are you interested in? And the energy healing and the quantum healing is it's right up at the top there.
Really?
So it's, people really are interested in those modalities,
Okay.
So
because we're here to raise the vibration.
That's right.
Yeah,
we are.
Yeah. People want, people want a raised vibration.
Yeah.
They want to be part of something that's more than themselves, and they're coming into their own with that as well. And I found a lot of people now are looking more, like you said yourself, Aaron, looking more to other modalities before actually going to the doctor and going, I've got a headache. And the doctor's saying, here's a pill. Well, let's have a look at why is that headache happening, right?
The power people give the doctors.
Yeah.
My attitude with the doctors changed. I mean, I used to go and...
Me too.
Yeah, big time. I now...
I've got a sore throat.
Toughen up, princess. You'll be fine. No, but the old thing of a headache, right? Everyone goes straight for the Pandols or whatever. No, have some water.
Drink some water, maybe massage the back of the neck.
Problem solved.
Peppermint oil.
So many different... And the oils for... now, I got in trouble about this. I got the wrong oil. What's the oil that you put on your feet that makes you go to sleep? The essential oil?
Oh, lavender.
No,
lavender helps you sleep.
I thought peppermint.
Peppermint helps you to feet stop stinking.
Oh, what are you trying to say? Come on, jeez. No, I'm notorious. Okay, absolutely notorious. I do not sleep. Okay,
okay.
So
that's not true, Aaron.
Well, everyone sleeps.
That's 1,000% not true.
I don't sleep like normal folk. Right. So it takes me. This is true. So every night, my process of going to sleep is a 3-hour process. Okay,
that's because he's on Facebook for three hours posting and
if you need to actually unplug that Wi-Fi, right?
Yep.
Unplug the Wi-Fi router, turn off, put it onto airplane mode, get all of those EMFs
no, because then I'm left with this. I don't want to be left with this.
And then you put on some nice meditation music, and then you breathe.
Right.
Wait, Leanne, should we get our baby violin out?
I think
If
so.
you could. Well, here was my point of me being changed.
We're picking on him today. This is great.
I normally need stimuli, to be going at all time. Yeah, otherwise I can't cope, right?
Oh, right.
So no worries. But with me, with this little special...
You're going to get some more dates if you keep that up.
Not so over here.
Stimuli.
The essential oil, right? Put that on me, and I'm gone like 5 minutes. It really, really,
So why don't you
really
just
works.
put it on yourself then?
Oh, because I've run out. So we'll just say because my former dealer and I are not together anymore.
I think it starts with a V, the one that you're talking about. Is it vetiver? There is one that you do put on your feet that's supposed to.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just took instructions.
Can I just go back to something we were talking about before, because it's stuck in my head, and it's kind of a little bit off topic. But you made the comment before that people like to watch. I don't know whether this just was your terminology, but they kind of like to watch car crash stuff.
They do.
And what came into my head when you were saying that, I thought, ooh, I wonder if Ed should actually go down another pathway. And what came into my mind was firefighters and puppies.
Oh, I'm in.
Right.
I am in.
Again, there's a whole other show.
Like, we could have a whole other show. Do you think people would actually tune in to see firefighters
Love to
holding
see your
puppies?
comments, everybody, on this one. Yeah, definitely.
Firefighters, and I don't know why, but I have some pretty good ideas. For anyone that knows me, I have some pretty good ideas.
Sure,
I have some really crazy ones too. Leanne's going, yeah.
But yeah, where I was going on that is, it's okay, to a big degree, I'd like for people to open their minds and hearts a little bit and not go straight for the negative. I do it. We all do it. Like you see it and you go, oh yeah, click, 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 or I'll give me a little dopamine of seeing something horrible. It's crap.
What
How
about
about we
that
get the
McDonald's post you put up on Edge?
Which is utterly viral.
Did you
right?
see
utterly
that,
viral.
No.
Haven't.
Yep. Okay, I'll put a post up, about McDonald's food and how long it's lasting, basically.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. That's awful.
Right, it's absolutely frightening. And it is literally, if you believe what happened in the UK with Jamie Oliver, and it's not even registered as being food anymore, right? Okay.
No.
It's like Subway, okay? And I'll trash, we may as well trash some fast food places here. Subway, eat fresh, all that healthy, right? Subway bread has so much sugar in it now that it is listed as confectionery.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. So, like if in a case of, say, myself, I used to go to Subway thinking I'm getting a healthy choice, okay, it's a better option.
There was that guy that lost all that weight just eating Subway.
Yeah, and it can be done, right? But now we follow the US, and the US is full of sugar.
Oh, I'm looking at myself on the television, and I'm not so sure about this. I think I'm better looking at that.
Oh,
Oh, God. It's all about Lisa.
and welcome to the Vanity Project. But why that went viral is because I think that so many people can identify. That's part of their everyday life. And, it's a bit of car crash TV. You think to yourself, why is that McDonald's still – why isn't it moldy? Why is it not moldy?
Yeah.
I'm going to find it just to make the point.
I'm speaking about that, Lisa.
Yeah.
Just on a side show, not you, the other one.
Yeah.
On a side note, part of PHA too, there was a farmers
Yes, there is.
cooperative.
The People's Food and Farming, yes.
Yes.
Because, food is medicine.
Yes.
Or it's supposed to be, yes.
I know.
Am I not allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Well, it's
It's
supposed
medicine.
to nourish our bodies.
We would never have known that.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a lot of children just haven't heard that.
Right. Yes.
Hang on.
I think that's a conspiracy.
I'm the great cynic. I've heard that many times here. Come on.
That sounds like a conspiracy to me.
Okay, here's a conspiracy, right? Okay, for those who are watching that, with the Great Food Pyramid, with all the grains,
that's
whatever.
a conspiracy.
That is a lie. The whole thing is a lie.
down.
Tip it upside down.
Yeah.
That was actually designed by the marketing board
Cereal.
for the cereal firms and those who want to sell the grains. It is nothing but absolute fluff. It is no, it's not fluff. It's an outright lie. And okay, you think about your schooling life. That's what we were taught. Wake up in the morning, have your cereal, off you go, boom, boom, well, you're doing the best thing for you. No, the best thing is keep away from that rubbish. Like, moderation. I mean, it's all right. Little sourdoughs, won't kill you. But moderation. It shouldn't be at the top of the tree on all of this. So food is very much medicine, and if you do eat in a healthy way, and I mean, I don't know which diet's the best, or yada. Well, very clearly I don't, but I think I hear so much about people doing so well on carnivore diets. Okay, on what's the other one where they
keto?
Yeah, absolutely.
Keto.
Yep.
So because I have found it, and because Aaron spends so much time not sleeping and posting, it did take me a long time to scroll down, but I did find it. So Aaron posted this on the 4th of January, and it's a photograph of something round with looks like something that might resemble cheese and meat, and chips, and it's got a M band near it.
Yep.
And it says, why would you feed this to your children on a regular basis? This Happy Meal is 14 years old today. It hasn't rotted or decayed. Why? Because it isn't food. But this is what I found really interesting. Edge Radio Australia plus 1.9 thousand likes.
Wow. Yep.
And 1.4 thousand shares.
Correct.
So when I looked at that, because Aaron and I are a little bit competitive.
Just a little.
Just a little.
So with the WABN and Edge, I sometimes say to Aaron, I'm winning at the moment. And I looked at that and I'm like, oh my goodness, he's bought some likes.
No, I have absolutely not.
But it's assured me he didn't. No. And that's a really good point. I wonder if puppy dogs and firemen would have got the same.
Probably not.
And it still looks like
Only from 50-year-old plus women.
Yeah.
That's
but it's
awful.
so true. But okay, there's also been another test done where they've done the same sort of thing. They put them in there in containers, okay, open containers, and they put like a good old fashioned burger, that's made of mum and dad spec, okay, and they put the McDonald's burgers in the other one, and over time lapse, boom, boom, boom. One has turned to nothing but liquid, right, and one is still there.
Yeah, that's awful.
And that is absolutely awful. That
Your boys don't eat McDonald's, do they?
Occasionally.
Yeah, I know. Mine do too.
You're going to judge on
No. Mine do too. And that's why I asked Lisa, because mine are older now. They make their own decisions, but it would have been nice to have known this when they were young.
That's
and
right.
I know Lisa's got younger boys. So now that she, people can then make that informed decision on, or show them this. If I had that available to me, I would have gone, have a look at that.
Just saying, I do not want to know what's in KFC because that is my secret indulgence. It's not that secret because I'm telling everybody. I only have it a few times a year, but geez, I enjoy it.
And that's okay.
Thank you, Aaron.
McDonald's, I have McDonald's about, and I mean this, I would say twice a year.
Yeah.
I have Hungry Jack's about twice a year.
The good thing with McDonald's is you only have to buy it twice a year and then you can still have it 6 months later.
14 months.
But this is the experience
14 years later,
right? The experience I have with those ones is like, okay, I used to have this burger that I used to love, right? There's a Whopper with cheese, heavy pickle, and heavy mayonnaise. Okay?
Oh yeah, they have to have heavy pickle, heavy mayonnaise.
Monster burger, right? Now I grew up and that was the burger I really enjoyed. Now when I buy one every 6 months, I get about 4 bites in and I go, what's the appeal? I don't actually enjoy it anymore every single time. It tastes different. The additives are different.
You're over 50 now.
That's right. That's right. I'm on the dark side.
Changer.
There we go.
So with this, sorry, I'm going to get back to
we both did that together.
I'm going to get back
Shall we
to
do that
the
together
right
again?
property.
So
Lisa, let's get back to the show's prime guest here.
Yeah.
With this farmers thing, how well aligned are they with PHA? Is it?
It was a sister organization.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, Catherine McBean, I believe, is involved with PFFA now because that's I think that's her background. I think she has a background there.
Right.
She's worked with local producers a lot in the UK, so I think that's where she is now.
Okay.
And then Lisa and Amanda and the team are with PHA.
Perfect.
Okay. Look, and that's a big thing. Go to your local butchers. Get real meat, not stuff that's been through processes.
Absolutely, and farm direct if at all possible. Yeah.
Well, you can order it now. Good old internet. Boom, boom, boom. And
there's a lot of organic farmers out there too now that are actually doing, and meat farmers, not just vegetable farmers as well. So making that happen.
And sometimes people balk at the price, right? Because life is tough. Okay, finances are hard.
Don't eat as much. We're fat enough.
Well, I think it's more expensive expensive.
You're not going to tell me
in
that at dinner
supermarkets
tonight,
'cause
are
you've
you?
got the middleman. I mean, if you go direct to the farms, it's probably not as expensive as it is in the supermarkets.
I honestly feel it's better value. I really do. I do. And it's the product is night and day difference. Yeah.
And our farmers really need us to support them as well, because otherwise, who have they got to sell to? It's the supermarkets.
That's right.
You know? So,
farmers are incredibly important. We all need food. This is the thing. Like when
I like to eat.
there's nothing wrong with it. Apparently, well, we're all going out to dinner afterwards. Apparently, but it's a necessary part of life, right? So, wouldn't it be better? And I'm genuinely trying to do this in my life. I'm trying to put as many. Whenever I eat, I want to have the best product I can put in there now, right? Yeah, you can't always. You got to compromise.
What have you eaten today, Aaron?
I have the right to remain silent. No, I'll tell you.
It's about communication, and this is what Lisa wants to talk about as well today. Okay.
Well, here we are. It's okay. So it's nearly 6 o'clock at night. What have I eaten today? I have eaten one Italian sausage.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So you were very careful about selecting that?
No, I'm just I got those, and I got some different types, and I'm just trying to eat a little bit more meat and less.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, you are too. You did share that.
Yeah, trying to get away from the carbs and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I love carbs.
Yeah.
You and Richard.
Oh man.
Perfect
And
date.
as soon as you eat them, you want more.
Yeah, you do. That's the problem.
No, that's not the perfect date.
No, I cooked up a bunch of sausages yesterday, chucked them in the fridge, boom, and yes, this is what I've eaten for breakfast and lunch today. I grabbed a snag and I ate it in the car on the drive here.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Lisa, tell us a little bit about
the guest. Sorry,
the guest, Lisa.
It's not about me.
It's not about you, Lisa. It's not
Security. Can we get rid of this one, please? Come on.
Tell me a little bit about. You did mention as well something about communication and the importance of communication. I really want to hear your thoughts on that.
Okay, so maybe this is where I'll mention the Positive Living Communities over. It's an organization or a group over in the UK. I think nowadays we are, for whatever reason, we have maybe not here on this program because you are absolutely awesome. I love the interplay. But in general, I think there is difficulty in people maybe relating to each other. If they have a disagreement, all of a sudden it's World War III.
Absolutely.
Instead of trying to find common ground and work together. So the Positive Living Community is all about harmonious coming together to build hubs, not just health hubs, but also social hubs, educational hubs, lawful hubs.
And what do you mean by lawful?
So in other words, that part of it I haven't dived into because I'm more interested in the health side of things. Yep. But I believe there's a difference between legal and lawful, and I have a feeling.
God, I'm with you. Yeah. Well, it's a great point.
Yeah.
Sadly, in my life, I've had some court battles, and no. They play that. They play that grey land between lawful and legal, and it's quite terrifying. And I think that if that's something that people need to know more about. Yeah, thoroughly agree.
Yeah,
really sure.
And so Matt Bell is the founder, and he runs that. And so there's two sides to it. There's the building the hubs, but there's also personal development, and part of that is sometimes we get triggered by other people, but that doesn't mean there's something wrong with them. It means that there's something maybe that needs healing within us.
Yes.
Okay. So there's a personal development.
Talking about that earlier. Lisa and I were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Now, I've been watching the corner of the screen, and it gives me a bit of an indication of people who are watching, listening, and we can only actually see a very small percentage of them, which is the way it works.
Of our millions of fans all over the world.
Well,
we have millions. And when I talk like this, they're going to be more.
1,000%.
Oh, you're going all Dr. Evil now. But anyway, 1 million. Yeah.
We do need close-up cameras for those faces that Leanne pulls.
Never worked with
animals, children, or
Leanne. Where I was going on that is I'm seeing that basically it gives me a great indication of what's happening on other platforms, if you sort of get an idea from. Now, what I'm getting at is that people are very much listening to this, but they're not making comments, and I find that very curious. We love the fact of interaction here at Edge.
Yes.
So we've only got a few minutes left in the show. I'd really like to take this opportunity to encourage people. If you've got any questions.
You know why they're all running out to buy their sausages?
I'm doing my bit for butchering. What can I say?
What I want to say to people out there is if you're thinking about this is something that you may want to look at, in your local area, whether that be in Australia, New Zealand, Malta, America, Slovenia, and I've got a few friends from Slovenia as well. Why not reach out to the PHA, People's Health Alliance, and actually collaborate, communicate, right, with people and set something in motion, because it's without us doing something, it won't happen. So get out of your own way.
So my pet hate is apathy. And I have a reputation. If somebody tells me they want to do something, I'm like, right, off you go.
This is why Lisa and I get on so well.
I often say that about Australia. The greatest thing about Australia is its apathy. And the worst thing about Australia is its apathy. Shield be right attitude doesn't work. Okay, you need to, and also stop having these ideas. Action.
Take action. I was just about to say that. Take
imperfect action.
It doesn't matter what action it is.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If there's something in your area that you'd like to see happen and it's not happening, it's probably on you. Yeah, it's probably on you to bring it in.
Be the change. And hook into, organisations that promote these sorts of things, and they're wonderful. I mean, I get an email from you guys probably every week, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, so that's a great way of being in touch. I think that, and I'll be honest, I think there's probably better ways of promoting the alliance than emails, because let's face it, it goes through your junk file and all kind of carry.
Have you got any suggestions? Maybe an advertisement on Edge Radio.
Why not, indeed? I mean, absolutely. Why not? I mean, it's this is definitely, the people who are attracted to Edge are the people who are thinking this way, and we are for the people who are looking outside the box.
And when you think about it, right, it comes back to community. So People Health Alliance is a community. Correct. Worldwide Awake Business Networking is a community. Yep. Edge Radio Australia is a community. If we look after our communities and we become proactive in actually participating in our communities, they're just going to grow bigger, and it's going to become even easier for everyone else.
Exactly.
So, what would we call it? Legacy, right? Leave a legacy for others that are coming after us, because that, it's not guaranteed, and it's nice to do for others.
And as you were saying that, what came into my mind was that you're setting a really good example for members by doing that, but also you're going to not only live a longer life, because that has actually been proven, but you're going to have less pain and you're going to have better health, because it has been shown that when you're part of a community and you're actually giving to others, that you don't focus on your own problems.
Correct.
Interesting little side note on this. We were talking before, pulling the mickey out of what I've eaten and that sort of thing. It's no secret I had some health problems not long ago, right? And I've made some little changes. I'm telling you right now, and any of these changes are not pill related. They're just lifestyle changes. And the benefit that I'm finding in real world terms is fantastic. And I wouldn't have done this had I not been part of a community that actually promotes it.
And support. Yeah.
And support is a great term. It's very important.
And we know that you hang out every Thursday for our hugs.
What can he say? That's why he's on the couch with us.
And that's the end of the show.
He's getting all red and embarrassed now.
It happens occasionally. It's been an absolute pleasure having you, honestly.
It's been a lot of fun. Thank you so much.
Do you have a few words for everyone out there for your show, for PHA, for yourself? What would you like to share?
I would encourage everybody who's listening and who's interested, contact the PHA. We're on Telegram. It's probably the easiest way, and it's t.me/PHA Australia, all one word. And just reach out to us there, and we can help you get something started in your community. Or if you're near enough, you might be able to come in and join a hub that's already set up. And I have to say, I have met some of the most beautiful people ever through doing this, and I'm going to name them now. So there's Anna in Australia, there's Carolina, and there's Kathy. They're the Australia core team. There's Rachel and Alexia in New Zealand, so I'm going to give you a big wave as well. And then the team that was here in WA. Now we've all had to, some people have had commitments and they've had to move away, but while they were with us, it was just beautiful. Lisa G, Christine, Renee, another Lisa, that's right. And there's Nick and there's Petra. So, and Jacqueline, I haven't forgotten Jacqueline. So really and truly, I think when people come together, and it might be hard in an urban area because people are either FIFO or, you know, they're very busy. But if you, you know, get in touch and come together, it's just beautiful. It's a really wonderful.
It is, isn't it? Lovely. There's a comment. There we go. What's the Telegram link, please? If you can repeat that, we'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, so it's T for Telegram, t.me/PHA Australia, all one word.
Yeah, I think we'll possibly even maybe be able to put that link.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the YouTube video.
Yeah, we will do that.
So yes,
sounds great. And you know, as we're talking about community so much, I would like to take this opportunity. Would you like to talk about the
Worldwide Awake Business Network?
Why not?
Because Aaron was supposed to put our little promo video up. So
and right now I'm trying to save
and it didn't happen.
I'm saving money on beer by doing this. Come on.
No, you still got a budget.
Oh, damn it. Never mind.
So if you are looking for an awake business, please look online, Worldwide Awake Business Network directory. We are a growing organisation. It sounds like we've actually got a very similar heart and vision.
And PHA is on that directory as well,
yes.
just to say.
Yeah,
as
absolutely.
much as I was joking about it, and this is honestly, it just it synchronises so well.
Edge Radio Australia is on there. Panacea Healing is on there.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
There we go.
And it's all about people power, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
And the light, you know, look towards the light and, you know, come from a place of love, not fear. And let's raise the collective consciousness and live in a better world ourselves, but also for our children.
Yes, and our children's children.
Yep. Simple choices can make a much better world for our kids.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
100% agree with that. All right. Well, that is it. Thank you so much for being part of The One Thing here on Edge Radio.